Hey, hi everyone. I did this video about this subject a long time ago and it never really went anywhere. So I'm going to try it again. It's about self-injury cutting, especially among teenage girls and adolescent girls, which is basically the same. And young women, because I'm seeing young parents, young women, cutting themselves, especially on their legs and forearms. Out in the public, I'm seeing scars on young women's thighs, being hidden underneath shorts and leggings. Let me get straight to it. It's basically a drug. It's an addiction, it's a drug, it's a way of self-coping. There is no support groups out there for it. There isn't. There's no NAs, there's no AAs, there's no Cutters Anonymous, there's no nothing. There are Recovery Inc. meetings, but that's not directly for self-injury at all. The only sort of support you can get for it is if you go to an outpatient program, and that's not even for self-injury. So we're struggling out here, not really knowing how to cope with our urges to cut or our urges to be able to get rid of that want to release that little bit of pain that we're feeling inside. There's no way to do that. When drug addicts want to release their pain, they go shoot up. They go snort their cocaine. Smokers go smoke their cigarettes. Alcoholics go drink their alcohol. And us cutters, we get criticized when we hide in a bathroom with our razor blades. Bulimics and anorexias, that's exactly the same as cutters. They don't have any support groups either. And they're judged around the same way. They binge and purge. They don't eat for a couple of days. They starve themselves. Then they binge, and then they throw up. Same thing as cutting. It's completely looked at in a completely different view than as a heroin addict who shoots up in the bathroom. They have help out there. We don't. We're looked at as the ones with no hope. And it has to be changed. These girls are in high school. These girls are in middle school. Hell, they're in elementary school. They are. And it's ridiculous. And things need to change. I know Demi Lovato makes motivational speaking videos all the time on this because she's a cutter. And she started when she was 13. I started when I was 14. And girls are starting younger and younger now. They're hiding it. Some don't hide it. Some do it because they're gothic and they use it as attention. But others, like us, we don't. We use it because we don't know what else to do. Some of us punch walls, and then we're looked at like we're crazy. Maybe we are. I am. I'm not ashamed to say it. I am crazy. But you know what? Aren't we all? Aren't we all? Some of us are just afraid and too full pride to admit it. But you know what? I'm not. I'm crazy enough to sit here and say that I'm fucked up. I am. And you know what? Maybe it is because of my childhood. But you know what? Sometimes I have to come clean and say I'm responsible for my own actions. And you know what I am? Yeah, I had a fucked up childhood, but you know what? Now I'm responsible for how I react and what I do with my life. I'm a wife and I'm a mom. I raise my kids. I raise my nephew. And you know what? What I do with my life and how I react and handle my actions and my emotions, that's my responsibility. I can't go say, oh, well, I was raped for 16 years as a kid. That's why I do what I do. I can't say that. No. I'm 30 years old. I'm over that. Yeah, it sucks. It sucks big time. But you know what? Fuck it. Nope. There comes a point where you have to come to terms with it, and I'm at that point. But back to the point of this video. I am working on a way to find some sort of reason and way to advocate to open up some sort of support group for us self-injurers, because there's no help out there for us. I'll be back with some more videos. I'm going to put this one on YouTube. Hopefully it loads right. And again, if you're a cutter out there, you're not alone. Don't feel like you're alone. Ask someone for help. Don't be afraid to go to the hospital. Don't be afraid. If you're not safe and you can't contract for safety, go to the hospital. It's not all that bad. They'll help you there. Be safe.